So guys, welcome back to another video. I've had a nice parcel turn up today which has got some goodies in it, chain reaction. So, first of all, do you remember when I said you're gonna see my hardships and the good times? Well, this one was kind of a hardship moment, but then a good times moment. So previously, I bought a headset, Nukeproof headset, for the hardtail. It was the 3428.6 T1, as well as the B1 for the bottom. So we found this nice little helpful diagram online, and it showed us that I'd just bought these on a whim and it was totally the wrong ones, and it showed us which ones we actually needed to buy. So I bought my new purple headset. Can you see that alright? I mean, you might want to come in a little closer just because I've got the light over here. So I've got my nice purples. I mean, that's for the bottom, sorry. And then I've got the top with my purple Nukeproof star nut for the top. That install is to come. Let's see what other goodies we bought though. 6-pack seat post clamp in green. Let's go with my purple and green theme. I bought this because on my last ride I lost the bottom bracket nut. Oh, crank nut, sorry. I lost that, which keeps my pedals secure to the bike. So I can't install it right now. As you can see, I went out on a ride, I've been a little naughty and the bike is a little dirty all inside. So I'm going to have to give it a clean, but I kind of think the khaki green and red go really well together. So that will be going in there, and I think I'm going to buy some extra red bits for the big boy Daddy Vetus Summit. So last but not least, I actually sent Laura shopping for all my bits, and she's bought herself a nice new present. So let's see what she looks like in it. So yeah, what do you think, guys? New 100% hat. I mean, still got the tag on, but
that were, I didn't even touch that.
That were me smashing all my shit up.
Oh dear.
Right, so let's deal with that issue. But yeah, loving the new hat. I think I'll steal it at some point. All my stuff's falling, so I'll be right back in a second. So yeah, basically what I want to do now is I'm going to put the forks on, so I need to put the headset in. But before I can do that, I need to put the seat clamp on so I can put the seat post in and attach it to my stand, so then I can work on it nice and freely. That fits so nice. I need to tighten it up obviously, but yeah! Once I've got this on, I can put it on my stand then. I need to see about this because I am pretty sure I may have to actually cut a bit of this off to get it to sit in the bike. As you can see in here, I've got a little lip that it's going to go to, and it's quite a bit bigger, so I think I'm going to have to saw it off like up to that line. Right, well, for now I'll come back to that piece. Let's pop the top in. So I'll just put a little bit of grease around here. Just a little bit on the edge of this.
And you.
Right, so this was a little bit of an arduous process just because it's a makeshift head press. So it's basically 4 spacers, 2 metal, 2 plastic, 2 bolts and a threaded bar. The only reason it was such an arduous process for me is because I've used the threaded bar to do something else with. I can't remember off the top of my head exactly what it was, but I have smashed the end of the bar with a hammer and it is mangled all the thread. But if you don't do that, it's pretty easy to make yourself a makeshift head press, especially if you're not doing it a lot, because they're dead expensive and this was pretty cheap. Check it out! And because of my plastic washer, no scratches. Looking perfect. Just get some of that grease from around edges. Okay, so we're back many hours later. As I suspected with this, the bottom headset bearing cup, it was too long. This is 15mm in length, and this inside is only, in the integration, is only 10mm. So what I've done is, I've not done it myself because I wasn't confident enough to saw 5mm off the end of this, but I've had my wife's dad go and saw 5mm off for me. He's worked with a bit of metal in his time. He's a well qualified engineer, so I totally trusted him taking just 5mm off. Right guys, so we've installed the bottom bearing cup, and well, we've installed both cups now, but it has taken me all day just because I've had to have that bit hacksawed off. But yeah, basically I'll be able to get the forks on straight away tomorrow now. Okay guys, brand new day, brand new world of problems. Finally got both sides of the headset installed. The bearings are already in there at the minute. So what I wanted to do today was install my forks. I'm still waiting on my bottom bracket coming. So I'm just going to start on the forks and see if I can get them installed today. Now this is kind of a what not to do segment of my video. So basically when I bought my Rockshox quite a while ago, they were for another project bike, and I got a little excited straight away, started putting this bike together, and I decided to straight away and install my star nut, which most of you are probably going, that's a big no-no, that's a rookie mistake. So I'll just show you why that was a rookie mistake by just sliding these in here. So, those are my forks on the bike. This is how tall my handlebars would be. So, my star nut is about there in here, and I need it to be about there. I mean, I'm gonna measure it out properly because I don't want to mess it up. So yeah, I've basically wasted that star nut by rushing it in because I'm cutting this bit of pipe off to make my handlebars lower. So yeah, that is a definite what not to do when buying new forks. Don't just go and rush put your star nut in, because then it's a waste, you've ruined it and you can't use it again. I can still crack another one in, and luckily I got this nice pretty purple topped one with my headset. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to pop the forks back in, put my spacers on, and mark where this is going to need cutting so I can get straight into cutting it off. Got the top of my Nukeproof headset on. And from my old Frankenstein hardtail, I've salvaged these Hope spacers. They're nice and purple, so I think they'll suit this bike quite nice. I did have a range of black ones on the hardtail as well, which would have made my handlebars a little higher, but I can stand to lose a couple of inches on my handlebars. I want it to be a nice compact little jump bike, so we'll just pop these spacers on. Look at that, purple on purple on purple with a bit of green. So there are my spacers, and as I said, I bought these forks for another project bike that I never actually got into, and as a result of that I bought loads of other bits for that bike. So I've got a Nukeproof Neutron stem to go on this bike. So we'll just pop that on there. Basically what I'm going to do now is holding this in place, and all this is down and secure. I'm just going to mark the pipe where the stem is, so I can apply my pipe cutter to it. So that should be pretty bang on. We're going to take these off and I'll show you my pipe cutter. So as you can see, I've got my nice pencil mark there, and both sides, so I know that I'm being accurate. And I'm basically going to take my pipe cutter to that and just take off this full top bit right here, and then I can install my new star nut into the bottom section. So it's quite an old bit of kit. You can buy a pipe cutter from most bike stores, Chain Reaction, you name it, you can probably buy a pipe cutter for specifically the job I'm about to do. So yeah, you can get one of those from any bike shop, but this is such an old school bit of heavy duty kit. Let's see how well it does at cutting off the top tube of my forks. Oh guys, we've definitely got a cut somewhere. Oh, look how smooth that were. So, quite literally took 5 minutes, if that. 5 minutes to go and take this off the end, and look how smooth that has. That has done that. I'm not going to run my fingers around it because there are a couple of shards of metal, but it's done it pretty damn smooth. So I'm just going to give this a little sand off around the edges. It's not going to need much, and then we should be pretty good to install our brand new star nut, which I hate doing. It's always an arduous process, trying to line it up, trying to make sure it's not skew. I actually even did this one a little skew, so I'm a little apprehensive about doing the next bit, but we'll crack on because it needs doing. So yeah, I'm just going to sand this little bit off, make sure it is definitely the right length for the bike, and get cracking. Well happy with that. Okay, so in my haste of cutting down the steering tube, I didn't cut off quite enough. Basically measured it straight up to my stem and then cut it straight there. I needed about 4mm under the stem just to pull everything tight together. So I've actually had to use the pipe cutter to take off an extra 4mm of tube. The pipe cutter is like the way to go. So if you could just see in there, I've basically just left a little gap, about 4mm gap, so when I put the star nut in, this will pull everything tight together. So now we're going to angle down again and put that star nut in, the bit I've been dreading. Okay, so this is not the ideal place to do it, or the proper tool to do it with. So I'm putting my star nut in, but I'm basically just using a socket set to drive it in, and I've just used the nut that came with it, so I'm not smashing the hell out of the nut, and that's just inside my socket set. So we're going to try and drive it down straight with my hammer with a bit of foam on end. So I'm just going to try and drive it in as straight as I can. I hate this. So let's just go. And I believe that is our installed star nut. I got a bit of a sweat on during that because I thought I'd messed it up and I thought I was going to have to buy a new one. But it's gone in pretty damn straight, so I'm pretty impressed with myself. Now we'll just use the Allen key to take the socket set out.
Hello.
Chilling on your tower, Charlie? Now. We are winning. Star nut installed. So now we can get ready to fit these lovely forks to my brand new bike. Well, I say my brand new bike, me brand newish bike. So we'll just crack a little bit of grease around here, just where the bearings are going to sit. Crack some in top as well. So with the bearings on, just make sure I've got no stray bits of metal from when I took off the top. Last thing you want is little filings of metal stuck in your bearings. That's just going to ruin them for sure. So we just make sure that there's nothing on there. We're looking pretty good. So let's ascend through the head tube. Oh, that's nice. I want to put the bearings on the top. Oh bugger, I've got a little bit of hair. So yeah, basically I'm going to put my bearing on the top there. And then the bearing split ring should sit just right behind it. If I can just squeeze it in. There we go. So that's kept everything nice and steady. And then we'll put this little Nukeproof top cap on. Come on. Look your way in. There we go. Make sure that Nukeproof badge lines up at the front there. Go ahead and put the spacers on. Then pop this on. Just tighten it up a bit. Oh, she's looking pretty suave if I do say so myself. Oh. Look at that! Obviously I'm going to have to line everything up, tighten everything up, but as a first attempt really at replacing forks on a bike, I'm pretty impressed with myself. I mean, I said this bike was going to be full of hardships, but so far I'm just buzzing. Like, there's been a few hardships, don't get me wrong. So I honestly can't wait to get this bike finished. Next is I need hubs, new wheels for the bike, and a new crank and bottom bracket. And then brake. I mean, there's still a fair bit to go if I'm honest. Pretty sure I'm only going to run one brake, so one cable, one disc brake. Let me know what you think of my first ever fork install. I'm pretty impressed with myself. Right, so I've put the forks on. I think it has made the stands just look ridiculously amazing. I'm going to remove the blue stickers and replace them with purple and green ones that I'm having custom printed. So if any of you can recommend any hubs that will fit on the back of my bike, like, I'm not entirely sure what to buy. I'm thinking I want a 26 up back and a 27.5 up front. So, stay tuned, stay with us. I've said it before and I'll say it again. My stickers are on the way. I will have them most likely by Christmas. And on that note, with every Escape hoodie that you buy, you get a hat absolutely free. So just head over to escape.com. Escape is spelt with a 5, don't forget that. And if you like what you've seen, remember to like, subscribe, and slam me some comments down because I need some help with the hubs for this bike. So, catch you next time guys, have a good one.